Hello, Get the Gloss. My name is Dr Emily MacGregor. I'm an aesthetic doctor and I work at Story Clinics. One of the things that I do a lot of is filler treatments, and a lot of my clients are asking for treatments that give them meaningful difference but are nice and subtle and keeps them still looking like them. So I'm going to tell you about 3 of my favourite treatments today that you might not have heard of. The first is a filler treatment in the forehead area. The second is in the area just in front of the ear, what I would call the ear dip. And the third is in the temples. So the forehead is an area that's very commonly treated with anti-wrinkle injections and less commonly with filler. But actually filler can be used to enhance the forehead curve. So this is the curve that you see on profile. So to have a curved forehead is a very youthful feminine feature. It's very pretty. Some people naturally have a flatter forehead and then a ridge, a bony ridge just above their eyebrows, and others develop that as they get older. So in those people, filler can be used to enhance that curve from the side, and it's a treatment that really lasts quite a long time as well, so it's a really good one. It's one that people notice without noticing. The second one that I'm going to tell you about is what we call ear dip filler or cheek tightening filler. So when people think of cheek filler, they tend to think of the front of their cheeks and being plumped. This isn't a treatment for plumping, this is a treatment for subtly tightening the cheek and improving the jowl area at the front of the cheek. It's not one that people commonly ask for because they don't tend to look at this part of their face in the mirror. But as we get older, we develop hollowing around here. And I always describe this to my clients as it being like a bit of air coming out of a balloon. The balloon gets saggier. So we get hollowing because we've lost some fat in that area. So when we put filler in this area, it fills up the balloon, it tightens things and makes the skin tighter, which has a knock-on effect of making the jowl area tighter too. It's a lovely treatment. The third treatment, which I also do quite regularly, is temple filler. Again, very few people ask me to put filler in their temples, but what they do say is things like, my eyebrows are drooping, or when I tie my hair up, I look older than I used to. And often that's because they've developed a dip in the temple area. Again, air coming out of the balloon, we lose a little bit of fat, we lose a little bit of bone as we get older. So putting some filler in this area can give the appearance of a lifted tail of the eyebrow and even slightly wider eyes because it supports that whole area around your eye. So these 3 treatments are not that commonly performed, although I think they're really, really wonderful ones to do. And they're all ones that people notice without noticing what they've noticed. So they'll see that you look well, that perhaps your eyes look a bit wider, that your skin looks a little bit tighter, but they won't really know what you've done. It's a lot more indirect and subtle than a treatment such as a lip treatment or a cheek plumping treatment.